back from answering for my last item, Christmas at the Cottage. This, by the way, is Rudolph's Nose Dream Drops. I'm doing quite a wee simple make for you. My name's Kirsten, this is where I art and craft, and for this December daily, having helped Ruby and Alistair decorate the cottage, and having celebrated the strength and support that siblings and indeed friends can give each other in times of difficulty, with some tags signifying the support Alistair was giving Ruby, I decided that the one thing that I'm sure Alistair would have done to encourage Ruby to keep on believing that their mother would come home was make her a Christmas present. And so that is what we're doing today. And this is one of the bits in the kit, and there is a picture with a mother and two children that goes with this, but that's not what I'm using. But that kind of gave me the idea a bit of what I was going to do. So I've got this and I've cut it out. I haven't done the corners yet because this is one of the freebies on Tracie's website in the membership section. So I'm going to back that on there in a minute. Well, not in a minute, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this dry and go and have my lunch, because I thought, do this, let it dry while you're having your lunch, and then you can come back and finish it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm back. Am I the only one who suffers from sometimes nouveau drops not settling down the way they should? Sometimes they go really, really flat, and sometimes they stay in a lovely bowl, but these ones have gone, some of them have gone quite flat. Maybe it's because I was trying not to put too much on them because I didn't want them two-dimensional. That's a wee cracker there. Right, I'm going to leave them, the touch dry, but I'm going to leave them and work on the other bits. I've already cut out, backed these and inked them. So we've got these, they're done, but what we're going to do is we're going to be making a photograph album, and I'm going to use this as the cover. It's a present, and I've just realised I've gone and done this, and of course I still need to score this, and now that wasn't very smart, was it, Kirsten? I'm going to have to score them down this way, which is fine because that's the right way, but getting it between those two there is going to be tricky. Never mind, never mind. Anyway, so this is the outside, and it's just going to be the outside of the photograph album, even though you could say it's a present and then make another one inside. I did consider making this as like another folder, and then, well, maybe we will do that. Maybe we'll make this into an envelope and put the photograph. Shall we do that? Let's do that. Let's make this into an envelope and then put the photograph album inside the envelope. So I'm less inclined to use this now as the inside, although I quite like the idea of this as the inside because it's all kind of snowy as well. That's a nice idea actually, though. I like that. So we're going to make this the paper that you then wrap this up in. Now it's a shame that there isn't a flap, but what I could do is It's all right. I know how I'm going to get around that. I know how I'm going to get around that. I think. Yes, I know how I'm going to get around that. Let's get on with this. So where had I got to? Oh yes, I decided that maybe what I was going to do was I was going to use this as the wrapping of a parcel and actually make the photo album very much separate. So I could still use this as the inside, but what am I going to do for the... Oh, I did have a bit of origami. Oh, I could even use that. Origami paper. I made some origami paper and I'm sure there's a bit still in here somewhere. I'm sure I saw it when I was digging for something else. Maybe there isn't. There's a bit of that. Oh no, that's not the right thing. I'm going for the origami. Oh, it's maybe too small a bit. It's almost certainly too small a bit. Don't really have time to make more. Oh, I could use that bit of book. That's a bit of a book cover, and that's quite good because it's kind of got that. I've got this. Where's this gone? Where's this gone? Oh, and this says Christmas on it. Where's it gone? Where's it gone? Where's it gone? This is... Right, it's the other half of that. That's not the right half. The other half of this is... It was a leaflet. Well, it was more than a leaflet. Somebody obviously self-published a book as a wee kind of leaflet. Way back... Way back. I don't know what they're doing in there. They're in the wrong place. Here it is here. Way back. Christmas 1898. And it's a story that... the story's bonkers. And every time I see that, I think it says a peep show, which is a comedy programme here in the UK. It's not a peep show as in something that you didn't want your granny going to. What I could maybe do is I could use this. I'm less inclined to use that one. But I could use this and cover up a peep. I'm tempted to do that, and then use this for putting the photographs on, and we'll put one on each page. And even though that's different from that, I'm okay with that. Right, let's put these back. The origami gives you the kind of impression of leather, which was why I thought that might work, but it doesn't work and it's not there. Oh, am I going to use this? Yes, I am, because I think it will work really, really well. Now there is it. Right. Let me see. Is that going to be... Yeah, that's going to fit in there. That's all right. Do I want to... What the first thing I think I want to do... Oh, I could still use this on the inside of here, couldn't I? Because that would stabilise it, and then that would be like just the inside cover, and then those would be the pages inside. Now the question is, do I want to do a hidden spine? Right, so if I do a hidden spine, what I need to think about is what I'm going to put over. Oh, I could put Christmas at the cottage, couldn't I? But then it was, part of it would be round the back and part of it round, so that's maybe not a great idea. What have I got? That's too big. If I had that smaller, that would go across there, wouldn't it? Or do I put something else across there? Part of me, it's like, should I be using this at all? But I love the fact it's got Christmas 1898 on it. So I am going to use it. I am going to use it. Because I've put off using it for so long. Right, the question at the moment is, am I going to stitch these in first and then stick it down? And I think the answer to that question is yes. So we're going to stick this on here. Now, do I want to... I probably want to sort out what I'm going to do with this bit first, don't I? I do kind of half fancy putting that on, but that's going to be too big as is, I think. You see, I've had that, I saw that and had that notion, and now that notion's not leaving me. I just think that that would kind of, I do feel slightly kind of, are you going to actually use this, Kirsten? But then if I don't use it, it'll never get used, and come the day somebody's clearing out my stuff, they're not going to go, oh look at that, oh isn't that fabulous. They're just going to say, why has she kept that tatty bit of old paper that isn't even attached to a book any longer? Whereas if they find this daily December, they might decide they want to keep that, because they might think, oh, Kirsten made that, or my mum made that, or my aunt made that, or my gran. Well, I doubt whether I'm ever going to be a gran. I don't think either of my two are ever going to have children, but if it's this, there's maybe more chance of it actually being kept. Let's cut round here and take it down there, and do the same this side. Where should we take it? To this side. We'll take it, go up there and take it round that bauble, I think. I see that works okay actually, doesn't it? I need to age it a bit. That's really, and you see, they're stuck in this cottage, and I bet they'd be able to find a bit of old paper in this cottage. Right, should we stick this down before we cut it in half? I think we should stick this down before we cut it in half. So we're going to stick that on there. Right, okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this over, fold this in half because it's got a bit of glue in it. I need to try and knock that off, which is easy enough to do. Then I'm going to put this inside this, fold it over and put it under my mat to press it. And while that's being done, I'm going to prepare this. Now, originally this was going to be the cover, but now it's actually going to be the wrapping as it is. So the first thing I want to do is I want to score down that line. What I'm going to have to do is round these corners. This one's going to be tricky because I can't get in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the other ones first. And what we're going to do is I'm going to get a bit of ribbon . This bit of ribbon needs to be stuck down here. It's gossamer ribbon with a bit of a shimmer in, so the only thing that will stick it down, in my experience, oh, I could use a glue dot. Let's use a glue dot. I had glue dot somewhere. I discovered a glue dot somewhere on this desk. Where is it? There, it's there. Let's use a glue dot. I want to put a bit of this here. What we need is we need a bit of paper this side for it to be pulled up through. Oh, I didn't need to use the snowflake. I could have kept the snowflake for something that was going to be seen, couldn't I? So this this time it needs to be stuck both sides, not on the ribbon. That's okay. What I did think about was, do I want to line the inside of these? It's really not going to be seen at all, is it? But I could still do it. But I couldn't line over the top of this, so let's not bother because I don't want to end up with it being a disaster. Let's close this up then. So let's leave that to set just now and take this back out, and this should have at least pressed down a little bit. And let's see. Oh, that's looking nice. I'm liking that, but we do need to trim it a bit more. So let's trim it. Right. Now, I don't think for a second this story is from Christmas 1898, but I don't care because I just love that. And as I say, I think a kind of old scrap like that is something that would be in that cottage. So let's see. Let's put a wee book plate in the front that can be written on. Right, I like that. I think we'll have a little bit of stamping on that, just down the bottom here. Well, maybe all over the stamp. But why would we do that? Because we're not going to necessarily do that as Christmassy. Do we just write? Let's just write on this. So let's use this brown pen. And we'll just do 2, Mum, love, yeah, Alistair, and let's try and do, shall we do this one? Let's do rubies with my left hand. Ruby, kiss, kiss, kiss. And Alistair just, because he's a bigger boy, he just puts one kiss. There we go. So let's stick that in there. These are very sticky, so it doesn't need any more glue on it. Right, I could have put it on that page actually, but let's just stay as it was. And that one's now too big for that as well. So let's put this one on here, and quickly, oh, it's suddenly started pouring with rain. I don't know if you can hear that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm only going to use 2 of these so that you can still take it out and journal with it. So let's ink this. I'm just doing that edge of it. Okay, and I need to put this on and then let that dry before pushing the photo in and putting the other one on. So here's the little photograph album the kids have made for their mum for a Christmas present, because they were hoping she would come home. I feel like I want to do something in the back. What could I do in the back here? Well, maybe we'll just leave it, because that leaves journaling space, doesn't it? So then if we put this in here, the ribbon then, if you pull the ribbon, that helps you get it out. And then if we wrap that round, I'm thinking of how to make the bow. We maybe want to put the ribbon in the other side. See, now I'm wishing I had. Where's that sticky dot? That's going to be the best way to stick this down, isn't it? Sticky dot. There's my file. Let's just clear this out the way. There we go. So this is the file for Christmas at the Cottage. And in the file for Christmas at the Cottage we have a Christmas present for Mum. We have our tags, Believe in the Miracle. We have a fir cone with our nutcracker and angel from the story. And an extra little journaling card. We have our paper chain. We have a wee bit of decoration here. We have a wreath decoration. We have decorated up the fireplace. We have our Christmas tree. Come journal, come notepad, come. I just need to open this up again. Come Christmas decoration, and it all goes away. I'm not going to tie that back up again just now. It all goes away back in the file so that whenever it's needed, that information is needed, it's all in that file ready to be seen again. So this was today's make. And it's a parcel for Mum to open up on Christmas Day. And then pulls that, she can get out a present from the children that the children have made for her. And it is a photograph album of all the things they've been doing, preparing for Christmas while she wasn't here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little make and that you might try something similar yourself. The details to Tracie's kit is below, and also the calendar for the Christmas anthology, so you can go and see what the collaborators are doing. Until next time, you take care. Bye for now. Keep crafting.